Hello, Nissan GTR fans. Today we have a casting of, I guess, the last R35. It's the Nismo version, which I guess came out in 2023. And it's by Inno64. They get licensing from Nissan, so it should be a good model, as they usually are. Little line drawing here. And, as usual, that tape. Reading some internet stuff here. Model years 2009 to 2024 was the production run of the R35. That's a long time for one car. I mean, a facelift or two, but still. I guess this last version might have 562 horsepower coming out of that 6-cylinder 3.8 liter engine. And it's running through a 6-speed transmission. It weighs 1750 kilograms, and around 270 of this particular Nismo were made. But of that whole run between 2009 and 2024, 48,000 of these R35s have been sold. Alright, so here we have their Inno stuff, one screw holding it together, and no tape. So what makes this Nismo special is high precision engine components, so better balancing, tighter tolerances, and then the carbon fiber hood. Also, I think the roof is carbon fiber as well, and that reduces 100 grams. So that's really not much savings, apparently. Red accents, as you can see, around the wheels and the lower stuff, and there's some sort of red Takumi plate inside the engine bay there. It says, the internet says it only came in this stealth gray color, but I've seen photos of it in white. Maybe it just never came in black. I'm sure Inno64 put it out in gray, but you know, I'm sure R35 enthusiasts snatched those up very quickly. I actually got this in a grab bag of diecast. I didn't know what I was getting. It was just a blind bag. And it was just a whole bag of Skylines, and that's why we're reviewing it. So you have your standard molded base, which is fine, and it's all printed as well, so that's the way I like it. You know, I don't want to have to buy crazy acrylic or wooden display boxes. I just want the information of the car, you know, and I'm after the model. So I like how Inno does that. They don't make me buy random garbage. Alright, let's see what's going on here. So, the wheel, very fine, thin spokes. Very impressive, actually. Also, the treads, they don't look like truck tires. So, that's nice. And they also, even this has low profile of a sidewall it's actually rounded like a balloon. So that's very good. There's also silver here on the inside, printing there. And then we have the lug nut recesses looking nice. The brake rotor is a different color entirely, and then the brake caliper is three-dimensional. So that's very, very well done. The gappiness of the tire here looks pretty acceptable to me. You could push that forward so it wasn't quite centered. Alright, so now the venting here, we have some carbon fiber printing here, and all along the side, as you can see, the silver. There's also an R badge there as well. So the vent is just printed on, or actually I think it's just the black body and they left it open. I don't know if this is a metallic. It possibly is. Let me get it's not dust, right? No, that's not dust. So it's some sort of metallic flake in this black paint. It's interesting. Yeah, it's barely noticeable. But I guess if you look for it, you can see the little speckles in there. This mirror is nice. They got a tiny little sliver of red on there. And then it's got an inserted reflective sticker. The molded windows have raised painted black areas here. The door handle has some creases around it, and it's painted silver, it seems. Focus again. The rear wheel, yeah, that looks just as fine as the front wheel. Very good. And yeah, the little red stripe here looks nice. The red lip around the wheel there, yeah, from the side it looks okay. From this angle it looks a little thin. It's on the inside surface, but there it looks fine. So it just doesn't look as good as the front. I think they centered the front one better. Oh, and look at this. There's even like I don't know. I highly doubt that's legible, but let's check. I can't zoom in any further. This is 4 times. Some sort of indication of white there. Whether it's text or not, I don't know. And then we have some silver here for this little reflector or running light. And I guess silver in the back quarter as well. I guess we'll just sweep around to the back here. We do have some venting details here molded in, and possibly they just left the carbon out of there so they look like black vents. This is a little questionable. I'm going to assume this thing has like titanium exhaust tips, but this blue is a little obnoxious. I don't know. Maybe it would have been better just to go with the gunmetal. Maybe it's a stainless exhaust. I'm not sure, but gunmetal paint looks better than this. This almost looks like a custom car. The red striping there is nice. Yeah, that's cool. Some ribbing in that vent area, it seems. And then we have a license plate printed on, possibly. Actually, maybe that's a decal. Not sure. Can I feel the edge? Maybe it is a photo etch piece. I have to see how thick it is. Or maybe it's even plastic. It does have a thickness. I don't think it's a decal. Okay, well, the badging here on the rear end here looks pretty good. Nismo looks good. The Nissan, I think it might be legible. What is that? All right, let's get that out of there. And then GTR looks good. And then we have some translucent taillights with some silver in the middle, so that's pretty cool. Separate wing here, and you can see the carbon coming across the rear here. And on the top of the wing as well. You can feel that paint actually. Third brake light right there. This side we have a fuel filler. This red looks really good. The wheel, brakes, yeah, the quality on this is very nice. Yeah, alright, just going around to the front now. So the carbon all here and a little silver for that. And then the clear cover is possibly, I think it might have some paint on it, but is it on the outside surface or the inside? I can't tell. I can't feel it. And then there's even a little orange in there for the turn signal. And the light bucket, yeah, some molded details. Again, a nice license plate, yeah, and it's a physical piece. And then we have a nice shiny chrome decal here for the GTR there. A little red accent on these little vents. Egg crate grill looks like. Oh, wait a second. Is that actually photo etch and passing air? Look at that. That's nice. That's like, again, into resin quality almost there. I mean, that is something you'd find on a resin model. That is just a very, very open grill. You know, the openings are so wide. It's awesome. And you can see that intercooler or radiator, or whatever that is. It's pretty far back in there. That is nice. That is a cool detail for sure. Alright. It's gonna, well, let's see. Well, actually, I was debating if I should put it into a vise, but these molded windows are not that bad as far as the distortion goes. There's a GTR in the screen there in the center console. Let's see, what else? Oh, defroster lines, not a fan of that. I think they could have just skipped it. In their defense, they're not super obnoxious. You can still see, obviously, this parcel shelf there. Let's see if I can get the light in there. Can we... I need a flashlight to overcome that glare. Uh-oh, but now the distortion of the window. Alright, well, definitely we have some instruments there. Some red needles on a black and white gauge. Nothing on the steering wheel, nothing printed there. Little vent detail there. Okay, so we have red seats, it seems. Alright. Rear view mirror. Yes, yes. I know I lost focus again. Let me hit. Okay. Probably silver on that rear view mirror. Can't tell. It's not a... maybe that... Actually, that's the same plastic as the window molding. Alright, the seats here, I think it says Nismo on the headrest, which is nice. The bolsters are in red. Alright, oh, what's going on there? Oh, never mind. I thought the door panels had red, but they're nicely molded, the door panels. this car, it does it have a stick shift, or is it just like a actuator? That e-brake is just kind of extruded upwards. Alright. Rear seats, vestigial seats in the back. Well, yeah, pretty good interior, no complaints. I'm sure that looks realistic to the real car. The red on the seats is really nice. So, here's the previous Nismo. This is, according to my notes, a 2020 Nismo. This is by TLV. I criticize this brand because they're simply not as good as the Chinese brands. First, they're press fit together, so it's not easy to do wheel swaps. Look at these tires. These tires are insanely weird looking. The tread box is just so odd. You would never find tires like that on a sports car. They look like tires from a sci-fi moon rover, right? So I don't know what they're thinking there. It is nice that it has brakes. That's not too common. But look at this carbon fiber graphic. Have you ever seen carbon fiber on a car look like that? It's so crude. It looks like a graphic from the 1990s, right? Whereas this looks like carbon fiber, right? So that's why I rag on this brand, because their models are expensive. This thing was probably more expensive than this, but what looks more like a car? This looks like a real car to me. This looks... I don't know what the heck it is. It's just something, many things wrong with this TLV brand. So anyone that boasts that these guys are the best, you're just wrong. And, well, the exhaust tips, that's not great either, right? The whole blue thing. Alright, well, that's that. What's the difference here? They both have vents here. The wing is very similar looking. I don't know what the physical differences are between the 2020 version and the 2023-24 version, right? I think they are physically the same. Leave a comment if you know, but if they are the same, I'm gonna sell this. This thing's gone. I prefer the silver of this, but clearly this just looks more realistic to me, at least. Okay. Unfortunately, I don't like black. It's hard to see the details. I wish it, but it was a grab bag thing. So, anyhow, let's look at a few other R35s here. So, here's a black car from Mini GT. Yep, that's... Oh, no, they do tell you here. It's an 09 version, so that's good. And then, see, screwed together. I can repaint the interior. Nice and easy. I think I even painted these wheels because I don't like black wheels. So this model is probably $10. No, maybe $15. Well, between $10 and $15. And even this, although it doesn't, I can't say that looks like carbon fiber. It looks like more like a honeycomb. But it's a far finer texture than this, right? So even a much cheaper model. Here's another Mini GT, a chromed out Liberty Walk wide body thing. Yeah. And then here's an unknown brand. I bought this from AliExpress. Granted, I replaced the wheels, but it's a very well done diecast, and they come in many different colors. That's why I chose pink. But it's very, very well done. I think I may have repainted that interior as well because it's screwed together. So I don't know what you could... I guess if you just look up like 164 R35, you might be able to find this listing. I think I paid less than $10 for this. It's quite nice. Printed license plate and the like. Yep. I feel like I have more R35s than I should. Even though this car is supposed to be awesome in the real world, I don't like the styling so much on it. It's just, I prefer the R34. Although this would probably wipe the floor with an R34. But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you want to give me one, I'll be glad to take it. But I would much rather have an R34. Random gibberish I'm speaking about now. Alright, well, when it comes to Inno64, another fine model has been made. And it's nice that it's not just a plain black. There's a little bit of metallic. Maybe that'll help fight paint rash. I almost wish now I knew about this before and bought the one with the gray color. But there's just so many choices to collect. And I'm collecting things beyond diecast cars. This is a small part of my channel now, it seems. Collecting realistic looking models. I prefer unrealistic looking models because I don't expect perfection. But anyways, I'll definitely buy some more Inno64s whenever they come out with a new casting that I like. Thanks for watching today. See you around.